Do you want to know how to make a killer breakfast sandwich? I'll show you how to do it.
Hi, I'm Uncle Karl, foodie and world traveler. Come join me as I recreate some of the dishes that I've experienced from around the world. Thank you for joining me on this trip, and welcome to Twin Moons Tavern.
The standard egg, bacon, cheese sandwich is pretty much a staple across the United States for breakfast, particularly if you're on the go. It's awesome, it's delicious, it's greasy, it's salty, it's everything you want in a breakfast food. I do mine differently than most people. I'm going to show you how to do it. But before I do, if this is the kind of material you like, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see more of my videos as they come out. Also, I'm doing a giveaway this month. Watch to the end of the video to see the rules. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Nigel Poole for requesting eggs in a basket. This recipe isn't for eggs in a basket per se, but it covers that technique. So Nigel, I hope you like it. The ingredients list is simple. 2 slices of bread of your choice, 2 to 3 slices of bacon, 2 eggs, and 3 to 4 ounces of cheddar cheese, or any cheese that you like that melts well. First things first, we're going to go ahead and start cooking our bacon. A lot of people fry up their bacon on a stovetop, which is more than a perfectly fine way to do it. I like to put it on a baking sheet and stick it in the oven. So first I'm laying my bacon out. I'm getting them as close as I can to each other, but without actually touching. And not until the bacon is actually ready am I going to turn the oven on to 375 degrees and then immediately stick my bacon in. The reason I'm doing it this way and not sticking it into a preheated oven, it gives more time for the fat to render out without actually burning the bacon. This first go around in the oven is going to vary depending on how quickly your oven heats up. For me, it took about 12 and a half minutes. While it's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and prep the rest of my ingredients. Now, an egg in a basket is simply a piece of bread, a hole cut into it, and then that bread is fried up with an egg inside that hole. So first I'm going to take my 2 slices of bread. I'm using a hearty multi-grain thing here. Use whatever you like. I'm taking a mason jar. You can use a glass or a cookie cutter, anything that's going to be able to fit inside there and give you enough space. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it on top of the slice of bread, twist it around until I cut all the way through. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my cheese ready. I'm using a basic cheddar for this, and I'm going to go ahead and shred about 3-4 ounces. The reason I'm shredding the cheddar as opposed to using slices is this will help the cheese melt faster and more evenly. And that's all my prep work. And I'm going to wait for the rest of that time for my bacon. Once it starts showing little bits of crisp here and there, go ahead and take that bacon out. Again, for me, this took somewhere between 12 and 13 minutes. It's going to depend on how quickly your oven heats up. And then I'm going to give bacon a flip and stick it back into the oven for about another 10 minutes. Once that bacon is finished cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take a plate, line it with some paper towel, and then just take my bacon from the pan and just put it on the plate. Let that paper towel soak up any extra fat. Now I'm going to put our pan Earths on a medium heat, and I'm going to take that rendered bacon fat. I'm going to use that as the fat to fry up the sandwich instead of butter. It's going to give it a more savory quality than using straight butter, and I'm also utilizing the fat. Get that bread in, and once it starts sizzling, I'm going to go ahead and crack a couple eggs, 1 in each hole. I like my yolks runny, so I'm only going to let it fry for about a minute. If you like your eggs more well done, you're going to need to cook it a little longer. And then I'm going to go ahead and carefully flip them. And once they're flipped on one of them, I'm going to start piling up my shredded cheese, followed by bacon. I'm using 3 strips, but I'm going to have to break them down a little bit so that they all fit on top of the bread. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top of the bacon. Having the cheese both on bottom and on top of the bacon, when it melts, it's going to help bind the whole sandwich together. Or at least, that's what I think. Go ahead and take that second egg in a basket, put it on top of everything else. Cover it. I don't have a lid for your Ernst, so I'm just going to use my sheet pan, and then turn it down to a low heat for about 30 seconds. And then once I've done that, simply take it off, put it on my cutting board, and let the magic happen. It's gooey, runny, salty, savory. It's just a whole bunch of delicious. Thanks for watching, and now that you've gotten to the end of the video, here's the rules about the giveaway. This is Molly. I've had her since my first video, and I'm giving her away to one of you. For your chance to win her, just make sure you subscribe to the page, like this video, comment on it, and share it. And then next month, I will pick my favorite comment, and whoever that is, I will send Molly to you. Do you want a killer breakfast sandwich?
Subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that.